Arsenal secured a dramatic 3-2 victory over Crystal Palace, seeing our goals come from a now unlikely source in Gabriel Jesus getting himself a hat-trick, an incredible second-half hat-trick that has now allowed Arsenal to move into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup to face the winner of Tottenham and Manchester United, making our first appearance in the Carabao Cup semi-final since the 21-22 season. It was a huge result. We needed to win this game, especially after back-to-back draws in the Premier League. And while to say I didn't expect Gabriel Jesus to get himself a hat-trick, well, that would be an understatement. Gabriel Jesus has been a huge talking point since last season on if we should sell him or not. I remember so many different fans, including me, saying that there's no reason for Gabriel Jesus to stick around. He's not getting a lot of game time. Havertz starts over him in basically every game. When Jesus does play, just looks very underwhelming. I mean, his one goal that he scored this season prior to this Crystal Palace game, well, that was against Preston, and even in that game against Preston, he really didn't look comfortable. He didn't look like the Gabriel Jesus that we bought way back when. And even for the most part in this first half, Gabriel Jesus did not look good, did not look comfortable, and to be fair, most of the whole Arsenal team didn't. I mean, we faced an early setback when Arteta capitalized on a defensive error, yet another defensive error by tkgabriel. I'm gonna have to talk about him because it's starting to get a little bit worrying. But anyway, Arteta does very well to slot it past David Raya, and within 3 to 4 minutes, Arsenal are down 1-0, and you're already sensing that something wrong is gonna happen if we don't pull something out. And the Emirates were stunned, rightfully so, and we struggled throughout the first half. Ranieri really tried but just couldn't get anything going. Sterling in that first half was bad. Partey looked weirdly uncomfortable at right back, which is a first because he's usually very good at right back. We created only 0.2 expected goals compared to Palace's 0.22, so basically the same amount of expected goals both sides, but at least Palace took their chance. They were up 1-0. Dean Henderson in the first half was pretty good. I mean, he denied Sterling with a free kick, but at the time Arsenal 1-0 down, you think to yourself, we really need to win a trophy this season, and us being 1-0 down in a winnable trophy, it's just not good enough. So what does Arteta do? Well, he turns his bench, brings in Odegaard. Just 9 minutes after coming on, Odegaard slips through a perfect through ball to Jesus, who calmly chips it over Henderson to equalize in the 54th minute, and then it's game on. First of all, well done to Odegaard for the pass, but Gabriel Jesus, a finish like that, well, that doesn't look like a man struggling on confidence at all. So well done to Gabriel Jesus. He needed that, we needed that, and then it's game on. But right after Jesus scored that goal, you could just sense Arsenal were on it now. Saka was looking really good, Odegaard was looking really good, but Jesus, I don't know, just looked like he hit a second win. Very confident on the ball, making some good turns, really good movements. He's looking happy, he's getting aggressive on the ball. It's looking really impressive, and that goal that he scored definitely sparked him up. In the 73rd minute, Saka's precise pass found Jesus, and despite being offside admittedly, luckily there was no VAR in the Carabao Cup, Jesus stayed composed and drilled past Henderson. 2-1 Arsenal. Beautiful finish yet again, not a finish that you'd expect from a man on a goal drought the way he is. Both his first 2 goals, beautiful finishes, beautiful composure, and that is looking like the Gabriel Jesus of old that was composed in front of goal, didn't overplay his hand, took the shots when it's there, didn't try always dribble it, just took his shot. And Gabriel Jesus does very well, gets himself a brace. 2-1 Arsenal, and you're thinking to yourself, let's hold on, let's win this game. But he wasn't done there. In the 81st minute, Odegaard again finds Jesus, this time with acres of space, giving Jesus time to pick his spots. And if we're being honest, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, Jesus is going to try dribble in that situation, try find Trossard in the middle, something like that. But this time Jesus, on confidence, on a hat-trick, blasted his 3rd goal into the far corner, kind of similar to his 2nd goal, completing his first Arsenal hat-trick and giving Arsenal a 3-1 lead. Pure brilliance and composure from Gabriel Jesus, and that isn't something we've seen from him in the last season and a bit now, so it's very encouraging to see. And I mean, Palace refused to quit. Nathaniel Klein's pinpoint cross finds, of course, Eddie Nketiah, just our luck, isn't it, who scores in the 85th minute, making it 3-2 and setting up a nervy finish. But we held on to book our place in the semi-finals, a much needed semi-final appearance for us. We need to try and win a trophy this season. I would prefer to not only be the Carabao Cup, but if we win the Carabao Cup, I'm not going to be complaining, I'll tell you that for free. Jesus' performance couldn't have come at a better time. Transfer rumors swirling around, questions about his form, about his fit in this Arsenal team, and a lot of those questions are coming from me, admittedly, and even after his hat-trick, they're still a little bit there, but he delivered when Arsenal needed it the most. 1-0 down at home in a quarterfinal, Jesus brings out a beautiful hat-trick. Every goal was a blend of composure, power, and finishing That was a world-class second half performance. Admittedly, again, in the first half, he wasn't great, but in the second half, he was outstanding. And his stats from the game easily reflect this. 90 minutes played, 3 goals from 5 shots, 20 out of 23 accurate passes completed. He scored 3 goals out of 1.3 expected XG, meaning that he overperformed his XG, 5 out of 5 shots accuracy, 48 touches, 10 touches in the opposition box. He was dispossessed 3 times and his successful dribbles was only 33%. Defensively, he wasn't outstanding, only 2 defensive actions and 1 clearance, but again, he scored a hat-trick. He's a striker. He did his job. Arteta called this a spark for Jesus in the team, but can this actually be a turning point for Arsenal's season? I really hope so, but could this also be a turning point for Gabriel Jesus? Are we yet to see the best of Gabriel Jesus in the Arsenal shirts? Again, I would love to see that, especially with all the rumors and all the talk right now about Havertz under delivering. We could really use Gabriel Jesus in prime form right now.